Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Tis time to do my business planning for next year. So I pretty much have everything done. If you've been following me for a while, you know, on, I think it was the 22nd of November, we had our business planning clinic, which was a 6-hour day to get our goals done and a recap from the previous year. And I have done that. So I have a couple rough drafts here because, I mean, it took quite a few, like, look at all those scribbles. Like, look at, and I had this done before the business planning clinic, so I brought this with me. And then it was our broker owner who taught the class. And yeah, so we went through my numbers from all of 2023 and he helped me get even more detailed and specific. So that's what's going on with all of the scribbles. So, and I knew that this would happen, which is why I made a few copies because this isn't pretty and I don't want this in my planner. I plan on keeping this in my planner throughout the year so that I can reference it. What I've been noticing, there's a bit of a gap in my system as far as reviewing the previous year's goals. So you guys know I do my plan with me's every week, and in my plan with me videos I recap. I do go to my quarterly goal planning inserts here, and hang on one sec, I'm getting a text. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, so I go through this in my weekly plan with me's, and I'm looking at what my quarterly goals were to see where I'm at and then where I'm at for that month, right? But what I've realized, which is so simple and so basic, that I was not referencing what my goals were for the year. I was not referencing my GPS, which I know I made a GPS for 2023, but I don't know where it is. I don't even remember how I did it. Did I do it on paper? Did I do it digitally? Maybe I did it, maybe it's in one of my classics. I think I started 2022 in my classic sized Franklin planner, which is half letter size. I think that I'm not even 100% sure. You might know more than me. I don't know. When did I start full-time using the compact size? I don't even remember. So maybe I haven't checked, but maybe it is in the binder I started the year off with. So anyhow, that's what prompted me to create this business planning little workbook. So I'm going to share it with you. When I do open my shop, this will be in it. For any of you, you don't have to be a real estate agent. If you're in sales and you have quotas and goals, this could be relevant to you. One sec. So sorry about that, you guys. I've got a client texting me. Okay, so yeah, that's what prompted me to create this. So this here is a combination of how I do my recaps, what's worked for me over the years, and how I know how to do recaps. I get asked that a lot from realtors, especially like, how do you know what to track and how do you know how to track? Because real estate school does not teach us this. Our brokerage, any brokerage you go to, they'll tell you you need to track and measure, but they don't really map it out for you, like how to do it necessarily. So I bring this from my corporate background. So I was a high-level manager in my previous life, and we tracked and measured everything. KPIs, our numbers as far as appointments booked. It was high-level sales, so on and so forth. So when I came into real estate, I noticed there was a gap in that. So I had to create my own. And that's where we are today. So it's evolved over the years. Okay, so this is also based on, let me open it up on my iPad here, the Millionaire Real Estate Agent book written by Gary Keller and another person. I forget. Gary Keller's one of the founders of my brokerage, Keller Williams. So it's also known as the Red Book or the Real Estate Bible. Those are kind of real estate lingo that goes around the real estate world. And you don't have to be a real estate agent to get stuff from this book. Like, he interviewed so many real estate agents, people in mortgages, to gather the info and the research needed to write this book. So anyhow, I highly recommend it. It's called The Millionaire Real Estate Agent Book. If you're in sales, it's a must read. So a lot of this is based on that. So the economic model and lead generation model. And so my business planning clinic was, let me just show you. I have it here in my good notes. I didn't want to have a paper copy because it's like that thick. So this is what it is. It goes through everything. And it's so good. I do this course every year. I've been doing it for 7 years, and I still learn something because there's so much information. It's hard to, I'm just going to go to the first page here. It's hard to remember everything, right? So business planning clinic is what it's called. Table of contents, and then it goes through like getting started. Where am I today? So you put all of your numbers in for the year, and then the goals of the course, 3 learning goals, how will I make it happen, so on and so forth. They talk about models and mindset, the myths and mindset about models, because a lot of people think, oh, models don't work for me. Models are just opinions, so it just goes through those myths. And then think like a millionaire real estate agent. You need to have your big why, think big goals, big models, and then think value and customer service and experience. And then so that's foundational. And then you've got your supportive, like it helps you think about every aspect of running a business, because in real estate or in sales, it can be a job or it can be a career, right? You want to go from entrepreneur to purposefully running an actual business. And that's what this helps you map out. So anyway, so this is just I'm not going to go through all of this with you, but it talks about the 411 and the importance of doing that. This maps out the template, like what the worksheet looks like for your 411. Highly recommend it. You don't have to be a part of Keller Williams to participate. So if there is a brokerage near you that runs the course, I highly recommend that you go, and it doesn't cost anything. So anyhow, through years of doing that course and my background in my corporate world, I created this. Okay, so this will be last year's activity. So this is all of my actual versus goal and the difference for my metrics. And then just follow-up questions here, like how many contacts did it take me to book an appointment? How many leads did it take me to do a transaction? And what was my average sale price? What was my show percentage on appointments held versus booked? What's my conversion on contracts? I'm so sorry, pardon me. What's my conversion on contracts versus appointments held? What's my percentage of contracts that equals a transaction, and so on. So it's all conversions, because you need to know your numbers in order to set specific goals, right? And then here's my previous year reflection, and these are just questions that I came up with. Like, what was most challenging? How did I grow? Who am I most grateful for? What would I have done differently, and so on. So just some thought-provoking questions. And these are probably good to do quarterly, not just yearly. And then this is a recap. So all of the numbers that I just figured out, all of this, I put the numbers in here so I don't have to keep flipping back and forth. So all those numbers will go there. And then this is figuring out my goals for the next year. Okay, that's what all of this is. This is the potential in my database. It's important to look at like how much new business do you need, but how much business do you potentially have in your database if you nurture it properly. So that's what that is. And then this is, after all of this is done, I put all of my 2024 goals here and then break them down per month and per quarter. Okay, and then I do my values. We do have, what's my big why? My GPS. I like to have 2, not just 1. I like to have 2 for different areas of my life. And then my 2024 habits and routines. I wrote, think, who do I need to become to achieve my big, hairy, audacious goals? Okay, and then I have a spot here for my ideal schedule. Okay, and then I put in here, think, time blocking my non-negotiables, which is like the top 20% of activities that give me 80% of my results. Okay, so that's my business planning little bundle. And then after that, then I can proceed to fill out my quarterly goal planning inserts. So here's where I will put my numbers for the year, my top 3 goals, and my 3 like priorities, I guess, for those goals, and then just 2024 focus. There's probably going to be more than this as the year goes on, but this is just sort of like high level. And then it gets, you have seen these before. They're a little bit different because I put the pink check boxes in and I put the lines in because I just want it to be more streamlined. Yeah, so then it's going to break it down per quarter. So before I can do these, I need to do this. So I have a couple drafts here. This is the first one that I did, and then this is the second one that I did. And just playing around with some stamps and stuff to see, like, could I decorate it with stamps? I think I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is put all of my numbers in. I'm going to speed this part up. I just wanted to quickly explain to you what this was, because this is something new I'm introducing to my system, and I'm very excited about it. So I was debating on, do I do this color ink? This is the Graf von Faber Castell Hazelnut Brown. I love it. It is so pretty. And I like how it looks in here because it doesn't compete with the black font. Because I was thinking if I do all black, then my numbers won't stand out. So I was playing around with blue ink, which looks really pretty, but there's just something timeless about brown, right? So I think that's what I'm going to do. And I won't be writing on this again throughout the year. This is just going to strictly be for reference as the year goes on. So it won't matter if I'm using a different pen at some point in time. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. And then, I don't know, do I recap this with you? So I was looking at this going, okay, how did I even do? So here's my 2023 focus. My goal was to only buy essentials. And I put an X because even though, you know, I've done some no spends and I've done throughout the whole year though, it didn't happen consistently throughout the year. The last 3 months, I would say, I have been consistent with not spending our personal money on my hobby, not buying clothing that I didn't need. I took a really long, hard look at my spending habits, and it was a big eye-opener as well when I downsized my closet. I took out all of my summer clothes and packed them away so that I only have in my closet what I will wear in this season. And then I watched quite a few YouTube videos on being minimal and cleaning out your closet and things like that. And I realized I've bought so many things where I'm like, why do I have 5 of that, that style or whatever? Like I don't even wear them. You know what I mean? So yeah, so clothing, bags, shoes are my weakness, and planner stuff. So yeah, I think it's like the last 3-ish months that I have been so good, and it's like a light switch just went off and I'm like ding ding ding. And so now, like for example, I have my work Christmas party next Friday, and normally I would go out and buy something new. I'm like, look at all the beautiful stuff that I have. Why do I feel like I need something new? I'm going to wear something I already have, right? So anyways, so that's why there's an X there. Only buy essentials. No, I was not consistent all year round. And then I had big goals here of buy our first duplex conversion. That didn't happen. Save for a human design coaching. I did buy coaching, not one-on-one coaching. I'm starting with, it's a different kind of coaching. It's like, I guess is it coaching? I guess it's coaching. It's like a whole bunch of modules. It's self-directed, and I can, you know, go at it at my own pace. And they have a huge support system to ask questions, the Facebook group, but also she does 2 live sessions each month. So throughout those lives, I've typed my questions in and she's answered them. So yeah, it's pretty cool, and I'm really enjoying it. Save for basement reno. No, we haven't. Ryan is going to be doing it. We've decided, we did have a contractor in to give us a quote, but Ryan has decided that he's going to do it, apart from hiring an electrician and a plumber, you know, but he's going to do everything else, which, because he's, you know, I don't know if you guys know this, my husband used to be a welder fitter, like he used to work in the trades, so he knows a lot about that stuff. But we still need to have money for the material. So hopefully at some point in time in 2024, we'll be able to tackle that. Save for kitchen reno. Nope, didn't do that either. Like, we had to do other things in our house. Like, we needed new carpets, new windows. What else have we done? I can't think off the top of my head. So yeah, it's like other priorities came up before these. Clutter-free environment. I've been doing so good with that. And I'm on top of it. Like, if you saw my desk right now, like, it's a little bit cluttered, but then at the end of the day, it's like, get rid of the things that I'm not using, pack them away. I can't stand stuff around me. And when I'm really, really busy, it can fall by the wayside and it can get away from me. And so that was a big goal for me this year. Making rest a priority. That's been hit and miss. I would say I'm a lot better. I'm a lot more aware of when I'm getting tired and when it's time to just shut it down, whether it's something that's mentally exhausting or physically exhausting. I'm prone to just keep pushing through until I get the project done, or, you know, whatever it is that I'm doing. And then I need a couple days to recover. So my goal has been to avoid that from happening and avoid burnout. So I've had like a couple little mini burnouts this year, but nothing that's taken me out of commission for too long. So I put a dot there because it's like, it's in progress. Did I accomplish it 100%? No, but I am doing much better. And then listening to my authority. So this relates to human design. So my authority is to wait for the invitation. No, that's my strategy. My authority, what's my authority? Strategy and authority. Hang on a second. Human design. Wait for the invitation. Emotional. Oh my gosh. I know that. Listen to my authority. I have an emotional authority. So what that means is that I am not meant to make decisions spontaneously in the moment. It's because I need to, having an emotional authority, that means that you have this, the emotional solar plexus defined. And that means that what I'm feeling right now about a decision may not be true. I have emotional waves all the time, highs and lows. And so I am known to jump on something because in the moment I am so pumped about it because I'm on an emotional high, but I've never known what that was. And then it has bad consequences for me when I don't have the energy to see it through. So listening to my authority, that has been huge for me this year, not saying yes to something in the moment. I take the time to think about it and process it and ask myself, when I'm in a neutral state, I'm not excited, I'm not upset or low. It's like, okay, I'm just feeling normal, for lack of better words. I mean, I feel normal every day. You know what I mean? Yeah, so listening to my authority before making decisions. And there has been 1 or 2 times that I said yes in the moment, and then I had to go back to the person after a couple days to say, I am sorry. I shouldn't have said yes right away, and I can't do it right now. So, and they were great. They were understanding. Yeah, and that's been huge because then it leaves room for the things that matter. That's actually going to move me forward in my life. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense and I didn't ramble on too much about that. And then my top 4 goals: financial, wellness, personal and professional development. So as far as financial, our goal was to build up our PREC, that's Personal Real Estate Corporation. We are doing that. And then a no/low spend. I said yes because I've been doing great. I have been doing great. So I guess you could, these kind of go hand in hand, only buy essentials and then the low no spend, I guess. But yeah, I've been doing great. Like, I'm not spending money on anything that isn't necessary. And then pay off our line of credit. We have not paid off our line of credit. But as far as this here, I'm only using money. So if I sell something, or someone gives me money as a gift and I put it in my PayPal account, and that's the money that I can spend on my hobby. And that is forcing me to be very choosy about what I spend that money on. I'm not spending any of our personal money, and it feels good. Wellness, look at that. I didn't do an X or a check mark because it's like, was I consistent all year round? No, but I'm aware of it and I am making progress. So as far as my routines, making progress, but I do fall off the wagon quite a bit. Daily movement, it hasn't been daily, but it's been, let's see here. This is what I like about the Hobonichi weeks, which I'm gonna miss this in my wellness planner for next year, but so yeah. Okay, baby, I'm filming a video. I'm filming a video. That's okay. Yeah, so you can see like October, I did so good. There's only 1, 2, 3 days that I didn't do any movement, but it didn't start off that, like, look at this, like big chunks of time. But that was my busy season with work where there's zero time. And that was why I put that as a goal, because I'm still working on finding that balance of, you know, my daily movement as well as how busy I am with work. Because I get tired, like I don't have the stamina to push through work, you know, 8 hours and then still exercise. Like I just can't do that anymore. So, yeah, so it's like I'm aware of it. I've been getting better, but it wasn't a slam dunk. And then pause and rest, still need work on that. Luckily, I share everything with Ryan, and he can recognize when I'm like, oh, I'm gonna like reorganize the kitchen cupboards. And he's like, I don't think you should do that today because you've already done A, B, and C. And tomorrow you have a busy day. So let's save that for a day where you have a couple days with nothing scheduled. And I'm like, right, yes. Because he knows, because guess what happens when I do that? He is the one that has to finish the job. So he's hip to that. Personal development, continue on my human design journey. I have been doing that. I did not read 5 books, and I have been continuing with my healing journey. And my professional development, finish programs. I don't know what that is. So I didn't mark that because I was racking my brain going, what did I mean by that? Read 5 books, didn't do that. And then regular meetings, I'd say we did regular meetings, a lot more regular than what we did the previous year. So yeah, that's how I did with my goals for 2024. So I'm going to make sure, I'm probably going to have to redo my planning task cards to add in here to make sure that I'm checking not just my quarterly, like do a recap on where I am for the quarter, but look at my goals for the year as well. So I need to figure out kind of like a new-ish system, planning system, planning flow. Okay, enough rambling now. Now I'm going to speed this part up and I'm just going to fill all of this in and I'll share it with you when I'm done. Okay, wow, guys, that took me a long time. And also, I noticed quite a few mistakes in this, so I had to not redo it, but I had to make some revisions on Canva and then print it out and start over. So that took me a really long time. Oh my gosh, my wrist hurts from all that writing. I did take a break though for dinner and, you know, to do some cleaning, watched a show. Yeah, so here we are. So business planning is done. Probably not going to go through all of this with you, but I just want to give you a quick little look. Okay, so I've got all of last year's numbers in here, last year's reflection, and then going through and setting up my goals for this year. So I've got all my ratios for my conversions and average sale price and all that kind of stuff in here. And then here's like, I figured out how many contracts I need, how many appointments I need to go on, how many appointments I need to book, right? How many transactions I need to do. And then how many leads I need and how many contacts I need for the year. And then this is the potential in my database. So I figured that out. And then a neat little thing to do here as well with this exercise is you can figure out how many people you need to have in your database to accomplish your goal. And I actually have the amount of people that I need. So I have 570 in my database. So then I times that by 6% by my conversion of 70%. So I've got 24 potential transactions in my database. This is potential referrals from these 24 people, or sorry, from 4% of my database giving me a referral and me closing 80% of them. And then how many leads I need to have in my database. So yeah, so I have the exact same amount. So I thought that was really interesting. So technically this is telling me that all I need to do is focus on my database to accomplish this goal. However, if I want to grow year after year, I do need to continue to add people to my database. So that will never stop. And because not the people that I add to my database now isn't necessarily going to be business in this year, right? I have people in my database from 2016 that are getting closer to transacting. So really important to not lose sight of that. Okay. And then my 2024 goals are all broken down here. So per month, per quarter, and then be, do, have. So some pretty big goals there. And then my big why, freedom and leaving a legacy. And then habits and routines. So who do I need to become to achieve my goals? I know, I totally know, being disciplined with my sleeping habits, exercise routines, morning and evening routines. I need to be someone who's disciplined with my schedule and protect my 20% no matter what, because I do pretty good, but I'm not 100%. I know that I'm not 100%, and I know that I'm not doing everything possible that I could be to really grow my business. And it's a combination of me not getting enough sleep, but also the perimenopause and just the energy. I don't have the energy that I used to have, but I do know it's a double-edged sword. If I don't sleep well, and have good sleeping habits and follow my routines to take care of myself, then of course I'm not going to have the energy, whether I'm going through perimenopause or not. It's just common sense, right? Okay, so values. I couldn't think of a sixth one. Perhaps I will. That's cool. And then my GPS. So I have two main focuses, my one goal. So GPS is goals, priorities, and strategies, right? So one goal, 3 priorities for that goal, and the 5 strategies for each priority to accomplish that goal. That's what GPS means. So business growth, passive income, and budgeting. And then for wellness, it's regulation, human design, and strength/fitness. Okay, and then I have my ideal schedule. So this is my ideal schedule. I'm going to follow it. I promise. I swear. Okay. And then this here, obviously I'm not doing my January goals yet or my first quarter goals yet. So I just did the first page of my 2024 goal planning. So I have my numbers in here for my contacts. So for next year, I need 900 Am I close enough? Can you guys see that? I need 966 contacts, 161 leads. I need to book 32 appointments. I need to go on 29 appointments, sign on 28 people to do my 22 seller transactions. This does not include, these do not include buyer numbers, because the buyer numbers are going to happen by me focusing on my listings, because for buyer transactions, I only need 5 buyer transactions. So out of these 22 sellers, there will be 5 of them for sure that also need to purchase a property. Okay, so then my top 3 goals: business growth, personal finances, and wellness. And then I have my top 3 for each. And then just, you know, 2024 focus. So structured days, I want to read 10 books, monthly team meetings, top 50. We've tagged our top 50 people in our database that we want to really take care. I mean, we want to take care of everybody, but we have our top 50 that we're really going to be focusing in on a lot. Weekly 411s, we have not been consistent with that, and I need a 411 myself. So I'm giving Ryan permission to do a 411. I do have one with my coach every 2 weeks, but yeah, I need to have one weekly. And then having a cleaning schedule. We've kind of already started this. We had a family meeting the other day, and everybody was designated like what their chores are going to be, but I want to have a schedule to make sure that they don't fall off track. Daily body scans, family dates, getting my planner shop up and running, and then detox focus as far as detoxing like my liver, kidneys, and eating clean and staying hydrated. So that's that. I hope that was helpful for you. So that's my business planning for 2024, and I got things started for 2024. Let me know if you have any questions. I'd be happy to help. So I'm going to set these aside for now. They're not going to go in my planner yet, because this is all still very much 2023 and still Christmassy. I did do a brain dump of 2024 goals on November 2nd. So I've already, like quite a while ago, I started on that. And then here's some more business planning there. But that's more to-dos of what Ryan needs to do. So yeah, so I did use this as well when I was going through these. Make sure that I had everything covered. Oh, I feel good. I feel good now that everything is on paper and out of my head, and it's all neat and tidy and no longer a bunch of scribbles on the rough drafts. Yeah, this is great. Feeling really good. Okay. Like I said, let me know if you have any questions at all. And how are you guys doing with your 2024 goals? Have you recapped the 2023 yet? And have you set your goals for next year? I hope you have. And if not, you have lots of time. It's only December 2nd right now. So have a wonderful rest of your day, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.